Today is Thursday. We are going on a cruise ship and we're passing by the battleship. We are here for our 10 o'clock cruise ship for 1 hour. Boarding is 10 minutes, so we're gonna get something to eat. We're waiting at Flagship Cruise and Event Gate 1 for our 10 o'clock boat ride.
Back a year and a half later and all the cruise is done.
This is our boat. Can't figure out which ship we're gonna be on. This one, or that one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm guessing that one. I guess they're right. We're boarding in Spirit of San Diego.
Stairs are just around the corner on the left-hand side, okay?
Thank you. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, carries 1,800 Marine. Folks, a cheery good morning to you. Welcome aboard the motor vessel Spirit of San Diego. Kevin at the controls. My name is Rusty. I'm up here next to the wheelhouse. I'm your tour narrator. The ship slipped by us a little bit, hoping to get a little closer view of it, but off to the right, number 8 there is USS Macon Island. She's about 840 feet long. She's designed to carry and deploy 1,800 United States Marines. The Marine Corps operates aircraft off the flight deck there, and the stern gate of that ship opens like the tailgate of a pickup truck, and landing craft and amphibious vehicles can deploy out the back of the ship at the water level. She's one of 3 types of ships that carries United States Marines. We'll see all those type of ships down at the Naval Base San Diego on the next tour, the south tour of San Diego Bay, which starts at 11:15. So when you came on board here, if you're looking for a 1 hour tour, we're going out on the 1 hour north tour of San Diego Bay this hour. We will be back at 11 o'clock or so. That time we'll be in for about 10 or 15 minutes. At 11:15 we'll head out the same direction that ship is going, down to South Bay, and see Coronado and some other things down there. We'll be going under the bridge, on a bridge across San Diego Bay. All that's coming up for the 2 hour, folks. So if you're here for our 2 hour tour, simply stay on board. We're going to get back from the first hour, and we'll be dropping off and picking up passengers for about 15 minutes, and then we'll head out on the south tour of San Diego Bay. If you're not wearing a life jacket, you should know where to find one. In the case of our boat, life jackets are stowed on shelves above the windows inside the boat on the first 2 decks. And they don't want to swim around in a bay full of trash, so please use the trash cans. Off a fairly noticeable yacht, 348 feet long. She's called Amadea, although her name is covered up because the U.S. government doesn't want anybody to know what this boat is. Amadea is the yacht which was seized in Fiji in 2022 by the U.S. government, owned by a Russian oligarch by the name of Solomon Karamov. Supposed to be an associate of Vladimir Putin. State Department said we're going to start confiscating these toys of the rich Russians because they were purchased with what the State Department called dirty money. Right now, the ownership of that yacht is tied up in court. Meanwhile, the U.S. government is spending more money than you care to know about to maintain that yacht while it's in U.S. custody for the last 3 years. It's valued supposedly at over $300 million.
What?
German shipyard.
What? $300 million? Wow.
I got some plans for Amadea, but they won't let me take her out. Off to the right side here, Portside Pier is a cluster of restaurants operated by the Brigantine Restaurant Group here in San Diego. Right next to the restaurant group, we have a cluster of historic vessels. This is the Maritime Museum of San Diego. The Queen of the Fleet here is the Star of India, ship with the sails up. That ship was originally named Euterpe, which was launched in 1863. To put that in perspective, that ship was launched while Abraham Lincoln was President of the United States. That ship sailed 21 times around the world during her career. She was brought to San Diego as a possible floating aquarium for the San Diego Zoo back in the 1930s, but that didn't work out. She languished here in the waterfront for many years. 1950s, people got embarrassed. They said, let's fix this ship up. It became the Maritime Museum of San Diego. That ship sailed about a year and a half ago, celebrating her 160th birthday. She's taken out pretty regularly, and she has an all-volunteer crew. That makes her the oldest active sailing ship in the world. Also back there, we have some visiting vessels, and we also have San Salvador, which is a replica built here in San Diego of a Spanish galleon, the type ship that sailed into San Diego Bay with the first Europeans in 1542. Most of those vessels there actually do go sailing. The one on the other side with the two masts is the official tall ship of California. Her name is Californian. She's part of the Maritime Museum. Also back there, a ship used by Russell Crowe in the movie Master and Commander, The Far Side of the World, named HMS Surprise, Royal Navy frigate replica. Lot to see and do at the Maritime Museum of San Diego. Now we meet H-60 Jayhawk, built by Sikorsky Aircraft in Connecticut. 2 engines, Coast Guard, a couple of pilots in there, a rescue swimmer, and a flight engineer as well. The Jayhawk helicopter is landing at Coast Guard Air Station, San Diego, off to the right side here. The wide hangars there. Aircraft maintenance. This is headquarters for the Coast Guard Center, San Diego. Right here next to the bay, WestJet is a Canadian air carrier. By the way, that airplane's they have 3 restaurants here at the east end of what's known as Harbor Island. Costera, Sea Level, and Island Prime. 3 different menus, all operated by the Cohen Restaurant Group. All 3 of these restaurants have great views, of course, of the downtown skyline. This strip of land on the right is called Harbor Island. It was built from dredgings of the bay, and they deepened the channel here in the 1950s. Navy was bringing a new class of aircraft carriers to San Diego in the 1960s, called the Forrestal class. Those were built at separate times, but now operated as one hotel. The third mid-rise hotel up the way here is the Harbor Island Hilton. West, quite large, crew of 10. They carry vehicles, cargo, troops. The LCUs can ride right up onto a beach. They don't get onto the beach and around the forward ramp to allow the cargo vehicles, troops to get off the LST on the beach. Fishing, take a seascape or something, come back later on. Get in your car and drive away. No money changes hands, no gates to go through. A very uplifting experience. It's all free parking, and you have a hard time finding it around San Diego Bay. There's an unusual gazebo there on shore next to the parking lot. That gazebo called Pacific Portal. James Hubble, Southern California-based artist, supposed to evoke images of drifting clouds, billowing sails, and cresting waves. As the cultural portion of our North Tour, we've just been discussing art. Off to the right, speaking of art, 6 years ago, $10 million spent on a new seawall here around the launch ramp, the small boat launch ramp we just passed here at Shelter Island. Use of the ramp and all the parking all the way along here is free. have a beach here at Shelter Island, up ahead a public fishing pier. On the side of the streets, hotels, clubs, restaurants, no high-rise buildings. Behind Shelter Island, you can see thousands of masts of sailboats, also a lot of power boats back there, and 3 yacht clubs and 5 marinas. About 3,000 boats behind Shelter Island. Access the bay by coming out the channel on the west end. An airplane, but I'll show you where Navy's latest crash in the public fishing pier and resort hotel. Out here on the southwest end of Shelter Island, there's also a marina. Up on the hill to the right above Shelter Island, San Diego, known as Point Loma. San Diego's a large city. This is Point Loma. $multi-million price range. There's a mansion at the top of the hill up there. Arrests means vessels can be operated by computers and satellite communications. A couple of kayak fishermen here on the right side. Looks like one has a bite here, just on the right. Reeling in something there. Kayak fishing, a popular sport here on San Diego Bay. Fins are larger than seals. Sea lions have large fins. They can sit up and walk on their fins. Also, sea lions like to lay around on top of each other, whereas seals only touch each other while they're mating. They look similar, kind of like donkeys and horses look similar, but these are not seals, they are sea lions. The small white birds are snowy egrets. Seagulls here include California gulls, western gulls, herring gulls, Bierman's gulls. The largest birds out here are the brown pelicans. Black birds with large webbed feet are cormorants. Cachalot moving along here. They're offloading their catch, live bait. Excalibur and Islander here, 2 sports fishing boats out of America's. The place on the boat a year in advance because they sell out so quickly. There's a submarine on the other side of that first pier. Submarine in plain sight here at the second pier, one on each side of the second pier. Now the Navy used to paint numbers on the sides of submarines, but they no longer do that. And so if we get close enough, sometimes you can read the name on some of the air scoops or some of the equipment. There's a banner on the gangplank from the pier onto the submarine with the name of the submarine on it. They go underwater for 2 to 3 months at a time. Just flew away from the Navy facility. 3 types of submarine. Until 5 in the afternoon. There's a large visitor center up there. There's an old lighthouse up there that opened in 1855. Nothing wrong with that lighthouse except it's too high in the sky. During periods of low clouds and fog, that lighthouse is up in the clouds. The islands you see on the horizon belong to Mexico. They are the Los Coronados Islands. They're 15 miles south of San Diego Bay's entrance. Out there at the Coronado Roadstead, a large 2-tone ship out there is a car carrier from the Globus shipping lines. Car carrier and anchor. Come in and have 2 seats. What they're doing out here, the tractor tugs, very powerful, very maneuverable. The propellers on that tugboat are mounted on vertical shafts, so they swivel 360 degrees. The tugboat here can go in any direction, forward, backwards, sideways. USS Midway, the piers out here and ships tied to those piers. Maybe you left the boring dolphins out here, most likely the steward motors give wheels short here at the right, north end of the boat south runway. Almost running on base out there, air traffic control tower. This base was established as a military base in hangars on the right side now home to helicopter squadrons. Those hangars originally built for seaplane maintenance here in the 1940s. Large multi Roosevelt is out at sea right now in local waters. You'll hear from maintenance for about 6 months after extended deployment last year. Roosevelt are 5,500 people aboard. Air Wing consists of 75 airplane wing, including the F-A-18 Strike Fighter, carries area squadron of F-35 in 1945 to 1992. Midway named for the Battle of Midway, the turning point in World War II. She was conventionally powered. She carried a crew of 4,500 people in the Desert Storm. Well worth multiple visits. She is now in the museum, open from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. The most popular ship museum in the world, based on number of annual visitors, averaging about 1 million visitors a year for the last 20 years. Well, folks, we're headed toward our slip. I'm headed below. You'll see me down on the dock. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them. If you enjoyed my presentation, the narrators are on. If you feel you've had some exceptional service, then
$25 for 4 pictures. He wants to buy it, so okay.